The 4 magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Without further ado, welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Foreign Magazine, where we go beyond the veil into the thoughts, ideas, and perspectives of each guest that we sit down with. And today, we got another special one, man. Coming straight from Grand Rapids, man. And today is his B-Day, or I would say his boss day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, we got King Crayne in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Feeling real good.
Yes,
Real
sir.
good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Grand Rapids, man. So you done came down to the city from Grand Rapids.
Yeah, you know, this is my second time this week being down here. Yeah, I love Grand Rapids. I love Detroit.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure, for sure. What's been every time you come here, like, what's the vibes and, you know what I mean, just the energy in the city?
Oh, it's always cool. It's always cool. I don't have no problems when I come here. Just get to the point and go back home.
Nah, definitely, man. I've been paying attention. When you say get to the point, you definitely working.
Yeah, all day.
I see what you got going musically, man. I see what type of artist that you are. And you the type of artist that I would like to call a quality artist.
Appreciate that.
Quality artist.
Yeah.
Somebody that's coming with some substance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody that's not, you know, just giving you the regular, but also layered with messages as well.
Right. It's the whole full meal.
Absolutely. When you, from your perspective, how would you describe your music?
My music, from my perspective, I'll describe it as acquired taste, expensive taste too. This is heavily curated. You know what I'm saying? I studied this. I've been doing this for 20 years, so this is master class.
He said master class.
Yeah.
So you say you've been doing it for 20 years, man. Let's go to them early beginnings, man. Like, what was the inspiration for the music?
What got me started?
Yeah.
I say, you know, I love rap. So, like, my first CD was Mace, Harlem World. So, we was used to be rapping out on a school bus. And my homie Hank told me, that's not rapping. That's not rapping. You rapping somebody else's stuff. So he just got us into rapping after that. We just went strong with it about 9th grade and just kept going.
It's funny that you say that, man. That's a fun fact for those who may not know. You personally, you actually got Mace in your top 5, bro.
Yeah. Mace
you got
Cole.
J.M. Mace.
Yep.
And then who you had? Jada. Drake.
And then Jada.
And Jada.
Yeah.
Man, that's interesting, bro. Why Mace, man?
I mean, Mace used to come back in the day, like how Mace came in the game, like lyrically and smooth, that style. It ain't never been done like that. Even Jay-Z said when he retired, he'll come back when somebody maced the game. And he came back because Drake maced the game.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, man. So let's go to Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, aka Gunru.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the climate of Grand Rapids when you came up.
The climate of Grand Rapids when I came up. I mean, Grand Rapids like any other city in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like the weather. We're gonna say it's like the weather. You got some good days and you got some bad days. But you know, it's always some good days that outshine the bad days.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Was it a lot of, you know, not to make this about violence, but was it violence? Was it, you know, was it a good neighborhood? Was it family orientated? Like, what was the identity of your neighborhood?
My neighborhood, I grew up with my mom, so you know what I'm saying, she kept us away from that. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really see that growing up. I jumped off the porch late, you know what I'm saying, like 12th grade, just because my mom kept me out them situations. Like, when I seen gangster shit, it was either on the news or from hearsay as a child. You know what I'm saying? When I clicked up with my homies, it was they introduced me to a whole new atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I ain't really get off into that. As a kid, I stayed a kid as I was supposed to. So,
Do you feel like having that kind of, you know, identify you like as who you are today and how smooth you is, just kind of being well-rounded and kind of jumping off the porch a little later than maybe some others?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. It gave me the sense to like, I know right from wrong, and that's why I'm here now. So you know what I'm saying, I made it to 41, knowing right from wrong. I mean, I bumped my head a lot. So that's what it takes though. As long as you got a good foundation, you'll eventually get it right. That's where it all starts, the foundation.
So, what about Pops? Was he around?
Pops wasn't around as a youngster. He was in and out of prison. So my mom, my mom's boyfriend, my sister dad, he was from the D, so, you know what I'm saying, he kept us good then. Once he passed away, she got married, and my mom loved Detroit niggas. Rest in peace, mom, because my stepdad was a Detroit nigga too.
For sure. Did you ever like have conversations with Pops while he was locked up?
Nah, I ain't think that my relationship started developing with my dad till like 7th grade. And my pops was cool. He was cool. He may not have been there a lot, but he was cool. And he there now, so that's all that really mattered to me.
So y'all do got a good relationship now.
We cool in the mud, yeah.
That's what's up.
That's my OG.
That's what's up, man. You know, oftentimes, man, some people kind of hold that bitterness.
Yeah.
And don't be forgiving.
Yeah.
You know, what was it for you that allowed you to kind of move past that and still stand here today and be like, that's my old dude?
You know, when you become an adult, you learn to forgive and forget. Holding on to stuff like that tends to diminish you from the inside. So like, you know, as a kid, I stayed in them video games and comic books. So I really didn't, I don't know, I had a good family. My uncle was there, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't pay attention to that.
So what was some of those principles though, like that you gained from the men that you were around? Because obviously you saying that even though Pops was gone, you still had like reinforcement, whether it been, you know, your sister's father, you know what I mean, your uncles and stuff like that. Like what was some of them core values that you got from them?
From my uncle had his son since day one. Like, I don't even remember. Yeah, his baby mama moved in, and then she moved out, and my little cousin stayed. So you know what I'm saying? Just that father foundation. I really think I got that from my uncle. Yeah, rest in peace, Uncle Chad. Yeah, he really held it down for my little cuz all the way till he passed away. So
in terms of Grand Rapids, what is one of the like misconceptions or things that Grand Rapids doesn't get credit for?
Ooh. I mean, Grand Rapids get a lot of credit as far as nationwide as how the city building. The hip hop scene ain't getting this credit. That's about it. I want to say a lot of people make it seem worse than what it is. Grand Rapids is not a bad city. People want to make it seem like it's just.
Why do it got that stigma?
Because people want to be other people. You know what I'm saying? But by the goodness of the city, it's more great people in that city that outweigh the dummies.
For sure.
So yeah.
Early on, man, when you first got into music, you know, you say 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You was a youngin'. When was the first time that you felt like I'm really good with putting these words together?
Man, that's probably. I'm in a cocky little nigga. I always thought I was good putting them words together. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even when niggas told me I was whack, I'm like, I don't know what the hell you listen to, but this shit dope. I'm spitting fire. Oh, yeah, I always had that mentality that I'm the king of gun rule. Yep. That since I started, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be the king here. Yep.
Damn, where you feel like that come from though? Like, just a lot of people lack confidence.
Shit, I'm the first son of the first son of the first son of the first son. I'm the fifth generation of my name. So I'll take it back to the tribal days. I was always born to be king. I'm the eldest grandson in my bloodline.
Oh, that's your real name.
Nah, it's not my real name.
Okay, but still, that's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah. From the eldest son.
Yeah.
The eldest son. So that make me king by right.
For sure. First time in the studio.
That was about 2003. Yep. 12th grade. When we first started recording, we was recording with a microphone and a tape deck hanging up under my boy's stairs in his basement. And his dad invested in him. And by the time he was in 12th grade, bought him a whole studio, put him through school and everything. So that was what's up.
What was your first rap name, man? You know
Chris
everybody.
Styles.
You say what?
Chris Styles.
Damn. Chris Styles.
Yeah.
But kind of off of Chris Styles.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We about to get
bottles, yeah.
You know, we about to get to going in this mug though.
Yeah.
But that's some little slick. That's a little slick thing though. You always had that aura where you felt like, you know, I don't want to, compare you to Hov because Hov is Hov. But at the same time, you always had that bravado where you like, smooth
Man, I feel
and
like I'm the
sophisticated.
illegitimate son of Jay. So say what you say. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z music, it inspired me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I get that from Jay. You can say that.
For sure.
Like, it's a compliment to me.
For sure.
Yeah.
When did you begin to take the music like serious? Because everybody had their moments where they playing around, but then you get serious. Like
About 2008, not 2007, I got with my team GED. Granted, they shot with my boy PLO. We started doing the shows. We was everywhere through Michigan, like all out through Michigan doing shows, opening up. We opened up for Webby, Corey Guns, bunch of other people I can't remember off rip. But then I got with another team, Fireproof, started learning from them. Then probably about 2 years later, I started doing my own promotion because people weren't trying to pay me. So I'm like, nah, I figured that out from the first two teams I was with and started doing my own shows, put them together, start promoting other artists, and yeah, that started like that.
So you said, so for you, you're not just an artist, but you understand the music business though.
Oh yeah, I know my way around the studio. I know my way around an office. You can put me anywhere, and I'm gonna come back with something. I do promotion. I do marketing. I do artist development. I can do your administrative work. I'm a studio engineer. I'm a show promoter. I know everything.
When did you like start getting into like the actual knowledge of it, bro? Because everybody have fun with the music, but it's like you gotta know those other elements in order to be, taken serious, so you don't get effed over. You get what I'm saying? Like, people will play with you, and I guess they'll diminish your value if you don't really know the back end of it all.
Oh yeah, about coming out the COVID situation. I was on the internet and Facebook, and I met this lady named Gigi Miller, and she was talking about artist development. Now, mind you, I come from the tape and the CD era, and it's this streaming area where it was complicated getting all them streams up and seeing that little bit of money coming out. I'm like, dang, this is all I made? When she was like, you don't know artist development. So I signed up to her program, and she just opened up the whole, like my brain was like, dang, this rabbit hole. I need to go down this. That's where I learned about the MLC, then I learned about Sound Exchange. I already had my BMI, I just didn't know what to do with my BMI. Then I figured out what to do with my BMI, figured out the copyrights, the owning the ISRCs, the UPCs, and the whole metadata process. Just once I learned that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. I started moving like steady upward incline position. So just 5 years later, here we are.
No, for sure, man. Cause I'm seeing, you know, this latest joint that you got going, man. This proper preparation.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the visual and I was like, damn, this fire.
Yeah.
You know?
Appreciate that.
Great quality again. You know, what you talking about is valuable, something that people need to hear. You know, in this stage of your career, like, what's the mindset?
Impact. Everything, you know, everything I do gotta have impact. Why? Because I'm 41 and it's a kid's game. So, you know what I'm saying? In order to outshine the kids, because the kids putting out they just putting out anything that they friends say, go. You know what I'm saying? So, impact. It's all about impact. The lyrics there, the visuals there, the mindset there, the trip there, the total package. Yeah, you ain't never seen a 40-year-old this marketable.
For sure. When you like even with that, like, do you see yourself being like a super huge artist? Like, are you chasing?
That's where I'm aiming. That's where I'm aiming. And can't nobody tell me I can't do it. Like, when it's hot, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore that. And everybody, to me, this generation, microwave, I'm in for long jeopardy. They quick meals. It's like I said, it's that buffet course. It's go in here and pick what you like, because it's a little bit of everything.
What happened when the youngins, you know, may take offense? You know, because everybody had those age brackets. Like, I'm sure at some point when y'all was coming up, the OGs was like, bro, what is they doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, like for the youngins out there, like, explain what you mean so, you know, they don't necessarily take offense to it.
It's like you said, it's no substance. So it's like to me, like, they putting out Milli Vanilli music is you really don't hear from these dudes after a year or two. A lot of them dying, like what they putting out. So, but it's microwave music. It don't stick to the gut. It's not for the soul. So, you know what I'm saying? Soulless music don't go nowhere. So, that's
who the trashiest artist right now in the industry that you just like, bro?
Man, it's a bunch of them. It's a lot of y'all that's garbage. Man, let y'all know that. I can't even just. I don't even the Heliante song. I hate that. That's trash. She ain't saying nothing. Like, that's some here today, gone tomorrow shit. It's gonna be gone. It's for drunk girls. That's what that music is for. It's not for nobody trying to. That's not finna get you through your day. It's not finna get you through no hard time. Maybe he got something else, but you know what I'm saying? That first song don't make me want to go listen to nothing else he do.
What if they doing it to get the money? What if it's all about the check?
I'm doing it to get the money. It's all about the check and the music, but it's still ways to go about that. You can still... There's different ways to go about that. Nowadays, too many people, I don't think these artists too much care about music. They worry about being on the streaming platforms and being in the front scene with this content. It's content-based era. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
when you look at the industry right now, man, we see a surgence of female artists, from the Cardi B's to Sexy Reds to Lottos to Meg Thee Stallion to you know, it's a lot of them. It always hasn't been that way. I remember the last time it was a wave like that, it was probably around the time where you had Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim, and then you had Lauryn Hill that could rap. And you know what I mean? When you see the female rappers now, what's the first thing to come to mind?
Um, it's a lot of talent in the female community. Some of that stuff I don't like. Cause it's just like, you know, a woman gotta be secretive, you know what I'm saying? That's the sexy appeal to a woman, that like you undress her, you gotta undress her with your mind.
It's Sexy Red. She got sexy in the name. Sexy Red.
I like Sexy Red though. Sexy Red, she got some bops, you know what I'm saying? I like Cardi B. I like Cardi B lyrics. Like she got come with a lot of punchlines. I don't like Megan Thee Stallion.
Why you don't like Meg?
First, cause she got homie Tory Lanez locked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's proof that he ain't do it. So we just gonna nip that in the butt.
No,
man.
what's the proof? We don't know the proof, man. What's the proof?
That's glass in her foot. There's no way you can get shot in your foot and then be on the stage dancing. I know not a lot of niggas that got shot and they ain't finna be moving like that. So yeah, but nothing. I feel like she stole somebody's style, Kiko Black out of Atlanta with the anime rap. I feel like she stole that.
I gotta get hip. I ain't even hip. I
Kiko
gotta
Black
tap
code. Shout out Kiko Black.
I tap in.
I feel like she stole her style.
I ain't gonna lie though, just
That's just my
to
opinion.
no, for sure. just to keep it here for a second, man. I'm just curious, man. With Tory Lanez getting stabbed 14 times,
Man,
you know.
I feel like that was a setup. And you could look in the mirror, the guy was just standing there not moving. Like he was sitting there for a minute. But man, that's messed up.
Some people say Tory was about to get ready to like really take over the game and break up the streaming.
Well, yeah, because, you know, I was just talking this with some cats out in Ohio. Tory was doing that NFT with his albums, and they was selling. That was a genius idea. You see that idea ain't moving no more. Nobody doing that idea anymore. When the industry wants you to shut up, they know how to shut you up.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. Back to, you know, your music. Well, no. See, now we done opened up the can of worms, so now we gotta know about Diddy. Diddy. I need your opinion on Diddy, man. Is Cassie just as... So first and foremost, man, a lot of people scratching their heads because it's a conspiracy case.
Yeah.
And usually on a conspiracy case, it'd be multiple people, you know, that's on the case. However, Diddy is on a conspiracy case alone. When you look at the different variables and things that's going on in this situation, what you think about it?
Man, I don't know who Diddy upset, but it's no way, like, I think he upset somebody because he was doing it for too long. And getting away with whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? But according to Cassie and everybody else, he was doing too much. I used to be signed to Sony in the Orchard last year. I got a little insight on that. The whole industry know what that man was doing. Hollywood knew what that man was doing. The government officials knew what he was doing. He upset somebody. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't realize the industry got switched around in the last couple of years because of how they was finna hammer down on Diddy. A lot of them big top execs stepped down. You remember that? Yeah, the industry changed because of that.
No, I remember that time. Everybody was saying, like, out of all of the different record labels, there was a lot of staff that end up stepping down and being removed. You believe that a large part of that was because of Diddy? It's
the Diddy situations. A lot. I heard, from a trusted source that a lot of them got to step down because, you know, they was involved in some of that stuff. So yeah, and a lot of manipulation of metrics and stuff. It all boils down. All that stuff correlate with each other.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Even with that, like, what you think about like Kanye? You know what I mean? Like, he brilliant. You know, brilliant musically. some people stand on either side. So some people say that he's crazy, and then other people say that he's crazy in a good way and is trying to break up the monotony
It's
of
a
the
third
industry.
side too. Cameron, you watch It Is What It Is, right? Cam said, like, you know, Kanye in that controversy for saying that weird shit about his cousin. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Cam saying he playing that role. I think Kanye playing crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was getting all the attention. He like a little spoiled kid. That's one of my favorite rappers. Shout out to Ye. Hope you don't see this and get to tripping, but you know what I'm saying? He a spoiled kid. He was in the good life. Shit ain't work out for him. Now he throwing a tantrum. He playing crazy.
And then some of it gotta be. There's only so much crazy that you can play.
Yeah.
But I do understand that too, because I do kind of think that some of it may be like intentional. Like,
Well, you can't play. That's the thing about roles. You can't play a role for so long until it consumes you. So yeah, he played crazy. He not really insane.
when you think about like the dark side of the music industry, as you aspire to, you know, be the biggest, do you ever worry about, you know, like, damn, when I get there, am I gonna find myself in any of these crazy situations?
Now I'm protected by the universe of the Most High. So, and it ain't no amount of money gonna change that. So yeah, nope.
For sure. I did want to ask too, because, and I ain't trying to go back, but you come from that era, so you would be more familiar. And it's been like conversations where people kind of been saying that it was true and that it wasn't true. But did you ever see that it was like, how can I put it? I don't want to say the full word, but like, I'm gonna say transmissions in Biggie's video. You ever seen that?
Not really.
You ever heard of that?
Nah, not really.
Let me see if I can put
I don't
it.
really, man, you gotta remember when Biggie videos dropped, I was young as hell. Like, what, 92, from 92 to 97, so I was like 2nd to 6th grade. Like, I ain't really get into like influenced and stuck on rap until Mace. That bad boy came out.
Like, look at this. Even this interaction that people say. Check that out.
And the next question is,
Man, ain't crazy. No Biggie slander. No Biggie slander. Nah.
Long live B.I.G, man.
Yeah. I go to New York a lot, so yeah, you'll never see me dissing Biggie. That's my guy.
No, for sure. Overall, though, man. Like, in terms of it's 2025.
Yeah.
Halfway mark, about to go into the second half. Like, what is the goals? What's the mission? What should people be looking forward to seeing from you?
The goal is more features. Trying to book shows and knocking the rest of this album out. Trying to get to the major level, like a major level real quick. Like, you ain't never gonna see it come up this quick again.
You got a name for the album?
Trajectory change.
Why that name?
Trajectory change is like it represents me changing my whole life around from since the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I've been walking the straight path forward.
You know how many songs you plan on putting on there?
16 from the 616. So every album I drop gonna have 16 tracks.
Yeah, are you one of those traditional that give verse hook verse, or you been breaking it down to the two verses?
It's mixed up. I did break it down to the two verses for the simple fact, like, you know, I've been testing the water with these youngins, and they've been saying the music been too long. That's why I said microwave. They can't even sit and listen for three to 4 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with these kids. Like, man. But yeah, I tried to drop 3 verses. They don't like that no more.
So you are willing to bend a little bit. Like,
Yeah. I even got just little hot 16s. Like, this ain't gonna be on the album. It's just gonna be released. It's just 1 verse, 2 choruses, because people seem to like that.
Mm-hmm.
The album it's more catered to have longevity. So I've been working on this album for a year. So
you rap off of Detroit beats sometimes?
Sometimes my album will mix between like that classic J sound mixed with Detroit a little bit. I got Young Wayne producing some tracks. I got homie Dame Run It Up out of White Cloud producing some tracks. Then I got Eclipse Beats from Lansing producing some tracks.
In terms of like features, you got features on there, and even with that, like, what's some artists that you want to work with from period and from this new generation, like people that you see like, nah, he got it. I could work with him.
Right now I got a track with King Yella. I got a track.
You got a track with King Yella?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I got a track with King Yella. I just got it back this week. It's fire. I got a track with J.H.E. Ruger. You know, the
Ruger from Chicago?
Yeah.
What's going on with you in Chicago, bro?
None of them bros, but I don't really know them like that. I just reached out. That's what I've been doing, just reaching out. Like, I got tired of waiting. Ain't no waiting no more, man. Niggas about to hear me through this whole world, bro. So I'm reaching out to anybody trying to get on.
I'm just asking. When you say I'm an interviewer, so I gotta ask question. When you say them the bros, like what do that mean?
You know, to the world blow, to the bros, man.
Okay, I think we understand.
Yeah, I'm from GD Rapids.
Okay,
you see that on the highway.
Yeah,
when you come in that motherfucker, don't let nobody tell you different.
Oh, so that is a culture in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, that is a thing in Grand Rapids. Yeah. Yes, it is.
So the GDs is in Grand Rapids?
You got GDs, you got Bloods, you got a lot of Hispanic gangs.
Grand Rapids like that, bro?
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Grand Rapids got everything. You got it's a good side and a bad side.
Yeah,
Just the good side outweigh all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to go to, but I got to, because it's been in the recent news with like Trump and Larry Hoover, him doing, you know,
pardoning them that federal.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah.
You know, what's your thoughts about that?
I mean, that's a good thing. Now he got to come home and do his state time, and you know he an elderly man, so hopefully they look out and do what's right. You know what I'm saying? He been a political prisoner for too long. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
I got a theory, but I want to ask you a question in terms of that. Are you familiar with 1090 Jake?
That's that white dude, right?
Yeah, that be pulling out paperwork and stuff like that on people.
Like, I don't pay attention to that type of stuff.
Yeah,
like, man, like that's weird stuff to me. Like that whole culture of exposing people. Like I don't really too much care for gang culture no more. I grew out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Hoover is how old is he? Why'd you bring this up, man? Get out of here with that.
I got my own theory with that too, man, and I wasn't really feeling that. So Larry Hoover is an individual who is very powerful, to say the least.
Yeah.
And being that Trump did that, it's to my belief that the government may have, I don't even want to say the government, but maybe some people have made 1090 Jake create this story. Because if Larry Hoover come home with smut on his name, then he won't be able to.
Yeah, man, like that's another thing that he seemed like an industry plant to me. So like I don't pay attention to him. I don't pay attention to Adam22. I don't know. They ain't for the culture.
When you think of what is it, 1007 Unc? What is it?
607 Unc.
607 Unc. When you think of somebody like him, what's the first thing that come to mind?
Like no disrespect to that man, but from what I see, is a goofy. Like, I don't know, like do he be high on something? Like, that can't be the real him. That's a character, and it's just weird. I don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just it's not my acquired taste. Like, just weird.
Do you think Charleston White like opened up the door for personalities? Like, would you even compare Unc and Charleston White to?
I wouldn't. I like Charleston White. I like him a lot. A lot of the shit he say is truthful, and yeah, Charleston White. That's my G. Man, shout out Charleston White, man. Somebody can plug me in with him too. Yeah, I need him on the album talking shit.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
One more thing too. Like I seen, obviously you worked with King Yella, but I've seen King Yella and Unc have a like a debate and have a lot of heated moments.
Yeah, cause I mean, like sitting next to that dude, just like man, like now, it's just like you play too much, man. He like one of them weird niggas that play too much, like that. When he be saying that when he mix all the gang shit, like you know how many people like died in this shit or locked up for this shit or even lost their kids to this, and you banging all the sets and walking around with your little cup with all the bandanas. Like if you trying to create unity, go about it a different way. Don't play in people's face like that.
So that is a sign of disrespect.
Yeah, that's playing in people's face. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't even like gang culture, but you know what I'm saying. People die for this. People in jail for this. My brother doing 10 to 20 for this. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas that's doing 40 to 100 years for this shit. So like, nah, don't play like that.
Yeah, but free lyric, man, that'd definitely be a big thing. I think people need it, and even when you say like you're not even really a big fan of gang culture, like even with GDs, like of course Gangsta Disciples, but growth and development
growth
too.
And development. See that's why I say I'm not a fan of gang culture, because I'm with the growth and development side, and that's not that GD is an organization. Growth and development's an organization. It's not a gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you're doing that gang banging, that lifestyle, that you lose me with that, because it ain't about growth and it ain't about development.
How would you enlighten like some of the people, like, of course not going too deep, but just like with some of the basic, just like any organization, you have a mission statement or you have certain core principles, you know what I mean?
Yep.
How would you be able to like utilize the literature and express to people, this is what you're supposed to be doing? Look, say it right here. Why aren't we following this?
I mean, you gotta walk it. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing now. For the last 5 years, I've been walking it. And all my young brothers that know me from back in the day, they see me doing it, and they doing the same thing. It's about you gotta actually show them physically. As you gotta manifest it in yourself and do it, because nobody want to hear nobody talking about it. They want to see you doing it.
For sure. Ain't it like even with that, like little drippets of like Islam in there, like with the Al-Fatiha or something like that?
It's little driplets of 5% in there. It's a little driplets of everything. And I did that by studying. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I wanted to, I tried to study being a 5%, and when I got lost in my head.
You know what, man? I see that though. Yeah. I see that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So when I was having my religious battles within myself and life, you know what I'm saying? That's what the God in me brought me to, is the 5% nation. And yep, that's a proper preparation, prevent, support, performance was in there. It's a lot of stuff in there, like, you know what I'm saying, it's built off a lot of, I feel like there's nothing new under the sun. So everything is always somewhere and something else.
That was a big influence too, though, like coming up, especially in your generation, like the 5%ers, like with Nas. I think Busta was a 5%er.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, like
some Dead Prez.
Yeah, like that culture was crazy, but that was Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
But that was a culture where it was like a lot of enlightenment.
Yeah.
You know, like what is it, like what do you feel like is stopping people from like receiving it now and putting those jewels inside the music and stuff like that? Is it lame or like what is it?
Somewhere down the line, hip hop was taken over, and I believe that it's just not pushed because negativity sells faster.
100%.
Yes, negativity sells faster. It spreads faster. It festers faster. To keep people on the positive road and the positive insight, you got to keep hammering into them, just like they've been doing with the negativity.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100%, man. Well, all in all, bro, I definitely see what you got going on.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. As I say, man, the video and the song alone, proper preparation, fire. I think you definitely is an artist that people should pay attention to. I think they should tap in with you. Like even with the like, I see you on songs. You ever work with like Stretch Money or?
Nah, but you know, I grew up on Stretch Money. I do want to work with Stretch Money.
Yeah,
I do
bro.
wanna work with Stretch
Like
Money.
you would be, I ain't gonna lie, you would go crazy like
Yeah.
working with Stretch, getting a verse from Herc, like, you know what I mean? Like just tapping in with them, you know? I think you should do that, bro.
Like I just tapped in with All Star JR, so I'm going to the studio after this and knock something out.
Man, shout out to JR.
Yeah, but yeah, Stretch Money. I've been paying attention to him on IG.
That just kind of blew me though. What you say?
Yeah.
You not one of those artists that just don't mess with the younger generation.
No, I mess with everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just about what you talking about.
It's what you talking about.
I got
JR, All Star JR can rap. You know what I'm saying? I like how he can rap. It's just the other, the other dudes just don't be saying nothing. He actually, you know what I'm saying? He got punchlines, like, you know what I'm saying? Good type shit. I like RMC Mike. He got punchlines and all. Like Detroit music, like people don't listen to Detroit music. I feel like I seen somebody hating on it, saying Detroit music was destroying rap culture. Niggas shit talk. It's a different form of punchlines. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not talking about anything in Michigan. I'm talking about outside.
I see what you
where
saying.
them niggas can't rap. Like New York is the home of rap, the birthplace of rap. But lyrical music ain't winning there. They got bullshit artists rapping and coming up. South, like, you know what I'm saying? I love Jeezy. But I love T.I., but some of that shit ain't coming out like that no more. It's not authentic no more. They missing that authentic. They just doing what they hear. They hear it's a lot of GR dudes that just drop what they hear in Detroit and think that's hot. No, I want to hear authentic Detroit music from people that was born over there. Come with your own style. I love my city, but nah, it's not happening.
For sure,
That's why
man.
ain't nobody pop like that, because we got a Detroit already. Find your own lane. And that's what I did. I found my own lane.
100%, man. Well, lastly, man, again, bro, let the people know what they expect. Again, what they should be looking out for, visuals, project, all that good stuff. Talk to them.
Going July 14th to shoot the All Eyes on Me video, which is out right now on AmericanMadeHustle.com. You know what I'm saying? I release all my music before it go to the streaming platform. It go on my webpage. So AmericanMadeHustle.com. Got the merch dropping in the clothing line. Hustle season 84, and man, you just expect just straight fire from me. The next single after All Eyes on Me, it's either the one with Yella, gotta holler at him, see how much it's gonna cost, or the one with Lake Michigan Math, produced by Young Wayne. It's called Grease. So yeah, we straight dropping Grease all summer, and it's gonna be consistent too.
Sure. Let the people know where to follow you at on social media.
You can follow me at It's J King Crayne on Instagram, J King Crayne on Facebook, King Crayne on Facebook, King Crayne on TikTok. Or you can just go to my webpage, AmericanMadeHustle.com, and you can find all the information there.
That's what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Go download that single, add it to the playlist, man.
Buy the single.
Absolutely.
Buy the single.
Buy the single. Y'all heard it, man.
Streaming don't pay you much, but if you buy it, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
True hustler.
That's what you want to do. You want to buy it. You don't want to stream it. And you got commercials and all that stuff. If you buy it, you can put it in your playlist, put it on there where it's no interference, you feel me?
Y'all heard the man. Tap in. King Crayne, the Foreign Magazine, Pulse of the Culture. Let's get it.